Zion Williamson, a freak athlete. Many people out here are going in on Cuz because of the decision he made to wipe up a twerker. Basically a porn star. And I'ma just jump right on into it, man. This is not only a case of being responsible and disciplined sexually, but with your finances and career as well. We as people love entertainment. We live our lives through these folks and speak on what we would have not done had we been them. And you ain't even gotta be Zion. People doing it every day, every time somebody hit a brick wall with their decision making, with just normal people on the net, like podcasters, IG models, with no real mainstream credentials. Folks that live everyday lives doing goofy stuff on TikTok. Anytime it's in the realm of entertainment, people are gonna have something to say. But here's the kicker, right? Yes, the moves our brother Zion is definitely concerning. Cause I think overall folks just wanna see him thrive. The man ain't been playing basketball. Always hurt, got a bunch of money that he's sitting on that most will kill for. And then basically said at the end of the season that he didn't have it in him to play. That was the decision that he made. This is almost like the Ja Morant situation. He ain't the only person with a gun, and he ain't hurt nobody. But when you're in a certain field, you're held at a certain standard. Little boys and little girls look up to you, man. And while the kids should listen to all the tangibles that their mama, daddy, grandma, auntie, and them dropped off on their front porch, the sad reality half the time is that it's not always true. Because it's what's being sold to them whether they like it or not. So when Zion get out here and knock up somebody who blatantly got it in their eyes that all they want is money, the lick, it sets us back from the positive message we're trying to get across to these young men, young women, you know what I mean. And that is to focus on God, yourself. Choose wisely, save your career, your money, and keep your head on the swivel. Don't be blinded by the Jezebel spirit. Because it's real. Oh, it's real. Just when you feel like you're on top of the world and ain't got no more struggles, people tend to forget that there's always a devil on a different level each and every time. Devil's just waiting on you, waiting to throw you off your game, waiting to break you. May not now, but the seed is planted. And many folks get it misconstrued, thinking that the devil come in one form, ugliness, but he don't. That ain't just it. We'll get on the spiritual side of that later, because the devil could be anybody, including you. But in the end, I'm not gonna sit here and call this brother names, because just like all of us, we make mistakes. Because sexual mistakes is what a lot of us make, but we don't tend to talk about it, especially when it's a woman that can hide behind child support. Oh, you rarely hear them talk about the mistakes that was made. We got all types of family and friends that them procreated and slept with, all types of folks. But guess what we don't do? Publicly make a video about them. Why? Because in most cases, you don't want to air them out because you value that relationship. But with Zion, you go ham, bacon, egg, and cheese because his name, drawing numbers. And you can pay your light bills, knock yourself out. But just like how Zion probably did some things that were questionable, you need to look at the person in the mirror, because everybody, every dog is gonna have their day.